Hey guys, my name's James.
And I'm Ashley.
And we just sold our house and we are traveling across the country with our 2 kids.
Hi, my name's Goose and this is Maverick and Apollo. Come join us.
What's up guys? Welcome to Tucson, Arizona. We are at the Gilbert Ray Campground just outside of Old Tucson in the national park here.
So this is gonna be 10 tips for traveling with a family.
All right, number 1, have a checklist before you take off. We learned this very early on when I literally dropped the 5th wheel on our truck. Don't even get me started, but have a checklist. So know what you have to do, what you need to go over, that you have everything so you can just be ready to go and have that peace of mind that you have everything covered. And you may start out with actually a physical checklist, but then after you've done it a dozen times or something, you can kind of get it in your head. But having that checklist before you hit the road is key.
And trust me, as you go, you will be adding things to your checklist.
Such as the little pull that you guys see on there. I now have to check, did I bring down the Wii Boost? Is that pulled down? That's one of our checklist things.
Did you tighten your dirt bike?
And these are all things we've learned as we've had issues. As you guys, we're RV noobs learning as we're going, but hopefully you guys won't make these mistakes.
Hopefully you can learn from us. The second thing on the list is make sure you have extra time. Put a little extra time in there because I guarantee you if you are traveling with kids, you probably already know this, but it's gonna take a lot longer. There will be potty stops. There will be, I need to stretch my legs. There will be all kinds of things that you are going to have to stop for.
But even if you're not with a family, you always want to add at least like 20% to what Google or Apple Maps says because you're towing.
Yes, and it's going to take you longer. So don't think that, oh, it says I'm going to be there in 4.5 hours. You'll be there in 4.5 hours because I guarantee that you won't.
All right, number 3, guys. There are so many things you can do to give yourself peace of mind while you're traveling. Yes. And it comes down to cost versus is it worth that peace of mind. So I'm just going to list a few things that we've decided is worth the cost to give us that peace of mind. Number 1 is a tire pressure monitoring system, not only for your trailer, but for our truck. The truck we bought had one built in, which is awesome, so I know if I need to inflate my rear tires. And then we have one that is attached to the trailer wirelessly, so I have a little thing on my dash that tells us the temperature as well as the pressure of all 4 of our trailer tires, which is amazing because I've heard horror stories about people getting like single and double blowouts and then being stranded on the side of the road. Which brings me to my number 2 for peace of mind, AAA or Good Sam.
Poop jokes are always funny.
So number 2 for our peace of mind, have AAA or Good Sam. Or in our case, we actually have both, which makes me feel so much better. If we do have that worst case scenario, we're covered.
We're taken care of no matter what.
Another thing we do to help us out is we have gas cans with not only diesel, but gas for our generator. Again, we learned this the hard way when we were traveling to the Carlsbad Caverns. We were this close to being stranded on the side of the road with no gas. Thank the Lord that Ram decided to give us like gallons and gallons of extra gas after that empty mark.
It was like, you're on 0, but we kept going.
And going up hills.
Yeah.
Gas cans are key, not only for your generator, but for your vehicle as well. And last thing, which I feel like a lot of people might glance over, is have an emergency box. We're talking flares, we're talking like a heat blanket, little triangle things, just water bottles,
like
MRI snacks, just things so that if you have a double blow and you're stuck there for hours or even overnight, especially if it's like snowing or freezing, you want this like emergency bag to keep you safe. We have some stuff in the truck, but then we also have this big bag in the underpass of the trailer, so we are set in case of worst case scenario.
Number 4, extremely important, not just for the littles, but for you, entertainment. Goose has a tablet that we have downloaded with Netflix shows. Love it.
Yeah, that's actually a feature that they didn't have until, I guess it's been around for a couple years now, but if you don't know, you can download shows so you can watch offline without internet. That
not only makes sure that we aren't using up our internet while we're traveling, but it also is great to have when you don't have reception. It is amazing. Saved our tails more than once. Another thing that we use for entertainment, Audible. I love Audible.
I've listened to more books since we started traveling than I ever have before.
Oh, I love Audible. So we have a rule for our family. It's 20 minutes of coloring or schoolwork or whatever it is that we have her doing. And after those 20 minutes, she's allowed to watch TV. She earns the TV time. And once she earns the TV time, we rejoice because then we get to turn on Audible and listen to our books. Gotta listen to my stories. And I mean, this isn't sponsored. I'm just telling you, I love it.
And they're not just Netflix and Audible, but their YouTube even does it, and some other things. They allow you, with the purchased plans, to have these downloadable videos or these stories, so that way you're not, like you said, using up your hotspot data, or if you're in an area that has spotty Wi-Fi, 4G, you have it yourself covered.
It is amazing.
And number 5, going off of entertainment a little bit, is we have this box, this toy box, which kind of, I guess, falls under organization as well as entertainment, but everything that Goose needs to be entertained is in this box in the back seat.
Not just Goose, Maverick too. I have a few toys in there for her.
So we have Maverick's little rattles and her little foam books, as well as Goose's coloring pages, her Wonder Color markers, which are amazing. Hashtag not sponsored, but keeps our truck clean. As well as her little tray for coloring on, and her headphones for her tablet. All of this is in the back seat where she can easily grab it, and we're not having to try and like reach back while driving a trailer.
Looks exactly like that.
It's amazing. But we actually just got a new travel tray, which Ashley is super excited about. We actually filmed this review about a week ago, and we've been using it for about a week now, and we can officially say
we love it.
It is awesome. But here's that quick review of that travel tray.
Guess what, Goose? We got a new cool travel tray. What? Whoop, be careful.
It comes with crayons.
That's cool.
Can we go show them in the car?
You want to try it out in the car?
Let's go try it out in the car. Maybe we'll show you guys how it works in the car. So the nice thing is that it has this strap. You can put it around the car seat, buckle it in, boop, and it's not gonna go anywhere. The reason that we wanted to change our old one for this one is because this one has the lip around the edge. It also has little pockets that she can use to put her crayons. If she has a snack that she wants to eat, she can put it in here, or there's even little side pockets with little pencil holders. This one I feel is going to be perfect for the pickup. I am way excited to try this one out, I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you guys wanna know what it is a travel, giggle, and play. We will have a link for it down below if you wanna check it out yourself. This one has the safety feature of being like collapsible and flexible. So God forbid we get into a car accident, this one is gonna be a lot safer for the ones that we love the most, rather than the hard one, which yes, could slide out of the way, but more than likely it probably wouldn't.
So thread, it's softer than like
Plastic.
plastic.
Yes.
Plastic, it would like get in you, or like it would poke you,
Yeah,
and it would hurt to pull it out.
that's true. If she's earned the TV time, she gets to watch a show, and I always see her holding it on her lap and trying to make sure that it doesn't like scoot around anywhere. I think that's gonna help a lot with this. She can just put it on the tray, she can have her little snacks in front of her and not have to worry about her hands being full. I don't have to worry about her hands being full, she doesn't have to worry about her hands being full. I'm hoping that this is going to contain some of the spills, so if you couldn't tell, I might be a smidge excited.
It mean a lot.
Maybe a lot. Number 6 would be blankets and extra clothes. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard, "Mommy, I'm cold, Mommy, I'm cold," and we're like,
Or I'm hot.
yeah, that too. And for a while we were always going, well, here's Mommy's jacket and whatnot, and that just doesn't work as well.
Or she steals a blanket from her sister.
Yeah. So both girls have a blanket in the pickup at all times, and that way we can make sure that they are warm, whether we are walking around and she's cold, we can just shove the blanket on her, or if she's in the car and she's cold, again, shove the blanket
Or
on.
on the other hand, we always have a pair of extra clothes packed. So if it starts out in the morning and she's in sweats and a jacket, we make sure we pack a pair of shorts and a tank top, because she's also like, I'm hot in the back seat. So we have a change of clothes for her.
Any mother knows this. I mean, you can attest to the fact that you always have an extra change of clothes, whether they are getting wet or dirty or whatever it is. And
Poopy.
yeah, poopy. Lord help us. It is always great to have that extra change of clothes. And I always have one in the our diaper backpack, but then I also have one in the pickup, just in case that one gets dirty too, because you can never
We like to be over-prepared here.
A backup for my backup.
All right, number 7, and this one is actually really important. I think we should have put it earlier on, but attention span. Not only for you, I'm a little ADD, but for your kids. Know your limits and know what your kids enjoy. We kind of push this in a couple places, such as we have driven for 6 to 8 hours in a day. And since then we've said, okay, 3 or 4 hours is kind of like our max driving limit, as well as where you choose to go. We went to Hoover Dam, which I thought was amazing. I was so intrigued by the amazing engineering that we had back in the day. Goose, on the other hand, was like, can he stop talking?
Are we done?
So we try and mix it up, doing some things that we know for sure they will enjoy, and then things that they should enjoy, but we're not sure. But know your kids' attention span and know what they will enjoy, because they can definitely ruin your trip.
And know your husband's attention span.
So whether that be drive time or things you're doing, just know the attention span of your kids.
Number 8, hand sanitizer, wipes, Kleenex, and napkins.
I'm so glad she got this one. This is like, she is Monica from Friends.
This is my forte. So let's be honest, you go places, you're not always going to be able to wash your hands, and that disgusts me to my very core.
Or after dumping.
Oh, always have sanitizing wipes. I'm not gonna lie, I don't always have them. If I don't, we use baby wipes, and then I use hand sanitizer after that.
Which, I will admit, after dumping and then getting in the truck, even though I use gloves, it is nice to have a wipe and then some hand sanitizers if you can't wash your hands.
First time I've heard him say that. Normally he's like, seriously?
It is nice.
Or we had a person that was coughing and shook James's hand, and he came in and he went.
Just because I knew that's what you would want.
This guy and Goose are constantly blowing their nose. I mean, I don't get it. I love a good Kleenex, but always blowing their nose. And Goose and Maverick, super messy kids.
All right, number 9. This one actually was a last minute addition, but I think it's really important. I'm just gonna categorize it as convenient comfort medications. That make sense?
I mean, some of them aren't medications, but that's okay.
So we have chapstick, we have lotion, we have Tylenol, Advil, allergy medications, just a variety of things that when you're driving and you all of a sudden get a pounding headache, or when you're going from the Pacific Northwest down to Arizona, your skin dries out. So having things
like alligators.
Yeah, having things like chapstick and lotion and Tylenol in the car at all times has been so nice, because I can't tell you how many times I've said, do we have any Tylenol or anything? And she's like, nope, in the trailer.
Yep.
So adding that to your glove box compartment or the center console or wherever you can keep it has been a huge lifesaver, because I've used chapstick so often on this trip because we are not used to this dry weather.
And last but not least, number 10.
Probably the most important category.
The most important category when traveling with family, or by yourself, or with this guy and Goose and man, okay, with any of them. Snacks and drinks. Guys,
food
and drinks will save your life. I cannot tell you how many times we've heard, I'm hungry, do we have anything to eat?
And then Goose also says that too.
Our center console has 2 compartments, and the bottom compartment I turned into our food storage?
Truck pantry.
Yeah, basically a truck pantry. I stock that thing all the time. I feel like I stock that more than our trailer. I'm not even gonna lie. So every time we go to the grocery store, I make a list, and on my list is literally truck snacks. And I check to make sure that I actually need those truck snacks. We always have peanuts in there because they're a great source of protein, something to kind of fill your stomach a little more than just like chips and whatnot. And honey roasted peanuts, that's been our staple.
And Mums and things for Maverick.
Chips, Ritz Bits, I mean that thing is stuffed full with different kinds of food.
And then Ashley is the queen of water bottles.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like room temperature water that much. I'll drink it if I'm really thirsty. But I like ice cold water. So every night, especially before we travel, I make sure that I fill all of our water bottles and I stick them in the freezer. And that way we have cold water. And I try to make sure that everybody has a water bottle for themselves, because there's been a couple of times where I'm like, conserve the water, it's the only one we have. And when
you're eating peanuts, it's really hard to conserve water.
And so I'm literally like the drink Nazi. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, don't guzzle it, that's enough. And you know, it's bad. But you want to make sure that you have enough water to get through. So normally what I'll do is make sure that everybody has a water bottle. And that way we're all taken care of.
And that does it for our 10 tips. If you guys have any suggestions on things you do when you travel, whether it be with or without a trailer, let us know down below, because we are always learning, and it's good to share with the other people out there about your tips. Until next time, guys, remember, stay positive. Life is an adventure, so get out there and make some memories.